Going into game 2 here, Pin versus Stik going into Xel'Naga Caverns. This is a best-of-3 format for the StarCraft 2 tournament from Something Awful Forums website. This is the Revenge of the Goons tournament. First place is basically actually a what is it? It's $50 prize pool looking at here. Second place and third place are upgraded accounts on the Something Awful website. So this is a community tournament being put on by somethingawful.com. So check them out. Check out the forums. We got Pin, our Protoss hero, is down 1 game right now in this spawning in the southern position here as the green Protoss. And in the north, Stik, our blue Terran hero, up 1 game right now in this best-of-3, spawning in the northern position here. Xel'Naga Caverns, pretty standard map as everybody is fully aware of it. Stik's going to set up pretty standard pylon going out, not as early as scout here from Pin. Don't need to scout as early here. Can scout off gateway and still get exactly enough information as you would from any other scouting. This is Iced, of course, from L2SC TV. Happy to cover this tournament here. We did miss it yesterday. This is the second day of this tournament. We're just closing out the round of 8. We have the semis and then the finals coming up right after that. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks for everybody watching on the VODs. It's a really good tournament actually so far. Well organized, and there's a ton of players. I think we had almost 30, 60 players out. It wasn't a 32, it was a 64 players out. So pretty good little lineup there as Pin is going to scout off the gateway, reach center ground. For all the L2SC stuff, you guys should please check out L2SC.tv. We have our Twitter and our YouTube and our Facebook all on there, so please feel free to follow us on all of those. Get any information for upcoming events and any sort of casts or VODs that go up. We're going to get something up at least every week, so pretty good to see everybody here. Stix is just setting up. He got an earlier gas here, so he is going to get probably a tech lab again, I would think. He opened reactor last time with a heavy bioforce, so we'll see if Pin has an answer for that. SCV for Stix, quite a bit delayed for scouting, but still not any bad way. Standard opening for the Protoss. Waiting on Zealot or second gas. We'll see here as another probe gets queued up behind. Not really effective as they can't really build anything. There we go. Zealot, nope. Second probe queued up. Gonna wait for the stalker. Nope, there it is. Zealot now. So Zealot before the second gas does tell you that it's going to be more gateway centric. I'm guessing Pin's probably going to queue up either a pylon, yep, and then probably a couple of gateways. Probably see the 3-gate expand again. Ooh, factory this time from Stik. So second gas very early from Stik. No add-on right now on the racks, just Marines being produced and a factory going down. So this is going to be a slightly different play than we saw from his bio push last time. So we'll see what he evolves into as Pin's getting a pretty standard second gas going a little bit later. Usually it's about 22. But that's okay. Stalkers coming out in queue. Chrono Boost going down on the Stalkers. Looks like Pin wants to do that aggression again early on here. Stik's moving those Marines around. He might be able to snipe. Oh, he's going to follow the Zealot here, possibly. Nothing really on Stix's base as he's going to meet up with his Zealot midfield. Yep, there it is. Try to get that Zealot. Stalker's going to be right behind the Zealot here. There it goes. Zealot does pick up 1 kill, though. Bit of a missed micro here from Stix. He's going to lose those Marines. So Zealot Stalker here doing significant damage. Only Marines coming out. Late bunker for Stix. It's not going to be good enough here. SCVs need to be pulled. Hellions coming out right now. Pre-Igniter you can see is coming out. Not going to be very effective versus the Stalkers, though. More Stalkers being added. Another one being queued up on the high ground. And Robotics. So one gate Robo here so far. Pin going to look to expand. He knows he's done pretty good damage to the Terran. Forced him to build a bunker, so he's going to be well delayed. And there goes the Nexus. So Pin's going to be the first to take the economic lead. Very good position to be in for the Protoss. Killing those Marines on the open field. Only losing 1 Zealot and Starport here for Stix. So I'm thinking Blue Flame Hellion drop. We're going to see Hellions being left on the high ground. 1 more being rallied out. Still no add-ons or anything for the racks. Does need to produce Marines just to be careful, but this gives the Protoss tremendous map control and the freedom to expand. So very good position for Pin in this game so far. The 1-gate expand, not really a problem for him. And an Observer coming out might even spot this drop before it gets underway. So we'll see how quickly he can get the medevac out. He is supply blocked. that just got cleared, so no problem there. Medevac started for Sticks. Observer is going to reach the base and see that. Ooh, that sucks. Going to see the Hellion drop with the Medevac. See that they are blue flame. You can't see that. I don't think anything changes unless this little blue guy changes. It might. But you can definitely see it from the damage output. Pin is going to scout out the base. See the building starport there. Pretty standard yet. And there's the Medevac. So going to be fully aware of Blue Flame Helium drop. Here's the load up, so that is going to go underway. Going to reach the north, but there's already Stalkers in position here. They're going to try to shut that down really early. 2 more gates coming out. Pin not throwing down any additional tech. He's getting a second Observer, though. Very good use of Observers from the Protoss hero in this game, so seeing everything, especially that drop. So he's going to blind counter that with the Observer and have these... basically have these Stalkers in place, so very good use of Observers. Second racks going down, reactor going down for Sticks, and a third rack. So he is going to try to get onto a pretty heavy bio army again, as he only has a handful of Marines. Raven this time, so going to see if he can snipe out those Stalkers with the Raven. Here comes the drop, the unload. It is going to get cleaned right up. 1 Hellion is left behind, 2 rot, and the poor guy is going to die at the ramp. Yep. Gets a look at the robotics tech. 2 forges coming out for Pin, so he's in a much better position this time. Shuts down the drop altogether. Hellions are forced to unload on the midfield there and go across. Hellions not able to take these watchtowers from the Stalkers. Hellions don't do a lot of damage versus armored units, so... Sticks sees the Observer chasing it away with his Raven. He is going to spot, Pin's going to spot the expansion as well, which is very, very useful. Marines out, just a handful of Marines out, so you need to be very careful. If a couple of sentries show up here, a really good push actually for Pin would work really well, as the Terran doesn't have anything moving these bunkers to the low ground here. He needs to very carefully, he's got very thin defenses this game, Sticks so far. Hellions trying to get in there, being denied at the back, not picking up any kills, so Hellion play has been shut down altogether. Lots of Stalkers out for Pin. He's going to be in no problem dealing with these Hellions. As you can see, he is getting onto robotics, basically going to be on Colossus very shortly, unchallenged for the most part of the game, so Hellion's going to try again to make a pass. Don't really think that they're going to have too much success. There you go, gets a few probes that time. Few more there on the ones that are left, but Hellions forced to pull that away. They're trying to get up the ramp, possibly. Nope, 2 Hellions do go down before they do any more damage. And using the probes to attack the Hellions, definitely a new tactic. Probes are going to have to be re-rallied back on. A few probes lost for Pin, but definitely more Hellions lost in the cost-wise. Pin's going to be able to reproduce those probes very quickly. He's got full chrono boost on this Nexus. Hasn't used those chrono boosts, but he is chrono boosting. Actually, you can see a Colossus coming out and the upgrades, 2 upgrades, and the Twilight Council is done. So he's, sorry, 1 upgrade's complete for the Protoss. 2 going to be able to follow suit very shortly, and the Terran's in a very bad way, only on 4 racks. Trying to get a few more Hellions out, but he is severely behind in army. Economy-wise, it's a little bit of a head for the Terran, thanks to the mules, of course. They are broken. But he's going to be in a very challenging way once the Colossus get up to about 2 or 3 here. He isn't able to produce any extra Vikings. He does need to keep those medevacs coming still right now, so very, very challenging right now for the Terran heroes. Charge coming out for him, for the Protoss Zealots as well. Very good idea. Need to meet shield for these Colossus, and charge lots are awesome to just close the distance on those Marauders and then just help those sentries get their really good zoning with their force fields. 2 Ravens out, so point defense drones even might come into play here. Stick's going to start carrying out his gold. Vikings now just coming out, 2 Vikings in production. So it's going to be very interesting, actually. I'd be very impressed if the Terran can hold on to this. Pin's got 2 Colossus out, 2 upgrades underway, and almost has charge. And we'll be on 4 gates very shortly. He's been a little bit behind in terms of his production, just because he's only been on 3 gates for so long. But he has done really well in denying most of the Terran's advances. So he should be able to capitalize on that if he does bring all of his units together. Wait for that 2-2 and then push out with 3 or 4 Colossus. So pretty fearsome ball here from Pin, and he will be able to do pretty good damage this Terran, as the Terran just has the 2 Medivacs, 2 Vikings right now. 2 more Vikings we can see coming out, but combat shields just finishing right now. Window's getting a little bit closer for Pin. I would say more close. The window is getting more difficult. I don't know. Wow, I just completely messed that one up pretty good. But Pin is losing his timing window here. Getting primarily Zealots, getting onto Templar tech. He hasn't been able to harass, actually. The Terran still has a bit of a food lead here, so he's now going to push into midfield. Only 2 Colossus, though. I don't like this. Although he does have the upgrade advantage, he is severely behind in terms of the Colossus numbers. And only 2 sentries with that army, so need a lot more sentries. You really need to use those Guardian Shields, especially with Zealots out and with no upgrades on the Terran army. Sentries, the Force Fields, and of course the Guardian Shield is going to be extremely useful. Here's a split from Silk. Very nice from Stik, sorry. He's got the ball split up. This one's well out of position, but he will be able to flank the Protoss ball as a few more units coming in. Charge lots being very aggressive there. Three Colossus out. Vikings now joining in. They are going to start shooting at these Colossus. Not point defense drones actually saving those Vikings. Very, very nice, but most of the army has been toasted at the bottom. No use of force fields here. Just a Guardian Shield as the army was split up. All the Colossus being lost. Don't attack in. Lots of charge lots, though, doing pretty good damage. That is going to help clean up the ball of Silk. He is of Stik, sorry, in a very bad way. More point defense drones. Not able to clean up these Ravens just yet, but not a lot of army left for the Terran. Vikings miss rally. Going to lose 1 for that. That sucks. And the unit count has been severely reduced. 113 food to 95. More damage coming in here. 1 Raven finally gets sniped. 2nd Raven gets sniped, and this is going to be game for the Terran here, it looks like, as he's going to try to mass repair this bunker, trying to snipe as many of the units as possible, getting flanked as well. Again, Pin kind of overextending. He has a bit of a lead here, but he continues just to throw units in here. The Zealots trying to attack this bunker that's being mass repaired. Bunker finally goes down. Colossus joins in now. He's going to start shredding SCVs as 2-2 upgrades kick in. Good game from Stik. So Pin will tie this best of 3 up 1-1, and we'll be right back for the ace match. So stay tuned, guys. Be back. Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in between games. If you could, please check out L2SC.tv, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to the Twitter, all that good stuff. We do try to post as many videos on there as we can, so if you guys want to get a big message every time we post a video, please hop on there. So L2SC.tv, and an awesome special thanks to SomethingAwful.com for putting on this this pretty cool tournament. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have the 2nd game up pretty shortly, as it's 1-1 between this Protoss and Terran. Lots of Protoss and Terrans I've been seeing lately, actually. So pop on the stream chat, guys, on IRC if you guys want to chat about anything or between games. I usually watch chat, not during the game, but afterwards.